Welcome to the Roots of the Matter today. We're going to talk about the bowline. The bowline is probably the most important knot you can know. And there's plenty of YouTube videos out there that'll tell you about knots and how to tie them. We're going to go over that as well, but I'm going to tell you why it's so important, especially in the tree care industry and landscape industry. So, as you can see, I just have a regular standard 16 strand rope here, and we are going to tie a bowline. Let's do it nice and slow, even though you can review the video several times. But I'm going to take a turn in my rope. See, I'm going to turn it right over here. Now I have this little turn with this rope on the back side. And I'm going to take my end, and then I will stick it up through the back side. Everyone knows the bowline because the rabbit goes in the hole, around the tree, and then back down the hole. So, now that we have it set like this, we want to tie, dress, and set our rope. So basically we have it tied, but we need to set it. We need to make sure it's all looking pretty. This is what we kind of want it to look like. We want it to look like a life preserver is around a little guy. And now the bowline is probably the most commonly used knot in tree care because it is so easy to untie. We put a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of friction on ropes. And the bowline, one of its strengths is you can always untie it by simply pushing down on this back side here, and then it loosens the whole knot up, and then you can keep going on. So it's really nice. One of the limitations with the bowline is when we do this, we have this tight turn back here, and this will actually reduce the strength of the rope. Where most ropes are 5,200 or 5,400 pound rated, we lose about a third of our strength when we tie the bowline. So remember that when you're rigging or doing something, small loads are okay, but a big heavy load, we'll probably want to use a heavier duty rope because this half-inch line could snap because of that 1/3 loss here. So the bowline's also really nice because it comes in many variations. You have the running bowline, the bowline on a bite, a whole bunch of different things. This is just a standard bowline, but if you were to climb on this knot, you could easily turn it into something that actually is climbable. And you can make it a Yosemite tie-off, where we go in with this and then up through the back side here. That makes it nice and pretty, so that way you can climb on it now because it has pressure against itself, so it'll hold itself. A lot of people in rock climbing, they climb on a double figure eight because it locks itself. This Yosemite tie-off, Yosemite with an I, will help keep it together. I wouldn't climb normally on just a bowline like this. And even if you had a bowline with a tail, you'd probably want to tie a figure eight on the end of this, so that way this rope here couldn't go up and through and loosen up as things are coming down through a tree. So with that knot, it would get caught right in here and it would stop. That way your knot wouldn't come undone. But this knot is so easy and so fantastic to use. It's probably the most common knot, and you have to understand it for tree care. So I highly recommend you practice this knot all the time until you can do it in your sleep. If you have any more questions, leave me a comment. But I'm Matt, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.